This is Monty Stewart, and welcome to my video. This is the last video in a series of videos about developing inner strength through persistence and discipline. And I talked about 5 steps, and this is the last step in the series, and that is building a support network. What is a support network? A support network is a group of people, normally in organizations, that is dedicated to a certain subject matter. It could be a professional organization. It could be an industry organization such as oil or gas or accounting or law. So it's a group of people that's dedicated to a certain subject matter. And if you're interested in learning more about this subject matter or participate in the industry or organization, you have an opportunity to join and learn some things that you don't know. So that's what is a support organization. So what's the power of a support organization or support network? Well, you meet people who have knowledge and experience in the area of your interest that you don't have knowledge and experience in. So you can always do research on your own, but in this case, you can meet people who are active in the industry or actively doing something, and you can get information and you can meet people who can support and help you. The second power or benefit would be just the support that you currently don't have. I mean, your current support network of your family and friends may not have any experience or interest in this area that you may have. So it could be yoga, it could be softball, it could be accounting, it could be knitting, it could be anything. So you want to find people who are actively involved in this area who are willing to provide you support and information. So those are the benefits and the power of a support network. How do you go about building one? Well, normally building a network is less about you actively building one and more about you actively joining existing networks. You can join a network, but if you have interest in and you need support in more than one area, then you have the opportunity of joining more than one network. That's the benefit of it. You can find, let's say at a sports level, you could join a network for yoga. If you consider that a sport, maybe that's health. But you could also join a network for law or for accounting or for plumbing or for carpentry. I mean, there are literally support networks for most things you could possibly imagine, especially in the day of social media. So it's less about building a support network and more about finding one and joining one. So the majority of your effort is going to be in finding a support network and finding one that suits your personality and that suits your needs. Because it's probably going to be, unless you have an interest in something that's very tangential and less mainstream, finding a support network for more of the mainstream items is going to be probably fairly easy. So how do you go about finding a support network? Well, normally if you're in a school or you're at a job, you can ask about networks or support opportunities. Like I work at Accenture right now, and they have all type of support networks. They tell you about these networks as soon as you join. The same thing when I was at Notre Dame and at DePaul, they told us about various networks that we could join to assist us, to provide us support. So normally, if you're in an institution, they will tell you this. But if there's a network or support that you need that you're not being told about, you can once again ask the people you work for, the school, and you also have an opportunity to go to social media platforms. Facebook, I think, which is now known as Meta, and other social media organizations have a lot of, they call groups. You can join groups on various subjects. So you can just research various groups. They have groups in LinkedIn, based on subject matter, to use a professional network, for example, or Meta, or a bunch of other places. So really it's just a matter of you, deciding where you need support that you're not currently getting, and then actively looking for that support, whether it's in your work life, in your academic or school life, or some other place that you need support. All right, let's see, I'm looking at my notes over here. And another benefit is that these networks have people who currently have experience that you're looking for. So you can talk to people, you can make connections with these within these support networks. These connections can help you career-wise. They can help you in your social endeavors. They're just people that you can rely on to get information from and to get emotional support that you couldn't find otherwise. So let's talk about some tips on developing strong support networks. Number one is just be genuine and be authentic. Just be yourself. When you go to the group, tell them who you are, what you're about, what you're looking for, and find out if that network can provide you what you need. I mean, it really is that simple. You don't have to play games or anything. If that network doesn't fit you, then look for another one. Another thing is be helpful. I mean, not only are you looking for support, but it should be reciprocal. You should be willing to support other people. There probably will be people in that network who have less experience than you do. And even the most experienced people, there's always something you don't know. So you're always learning new things from other people. So provide that which you have to offer. Take something and give something. And another thing is just be proactive and take the initiative to reach out to people. Attend meetings, Zoom meetings or physical meetings, and just participate. If it's something that you really like, you will naturally participate. So I would say some additional benefits are faster learning and growth. You'll be around people who know things that you don't know. So you can come up a learning curve faster than if you were trying to do this on your own. The second thing is increased motivation and accountability. Motivation is knowing that you have support, and accountability is these are places where you can meet mentors, people that you can ask to help you. And normally when you develop a mentor-mentee relationship, they will say, well, let's meet once a month and let's talk about what you're trying to do. And then you'll say, I'm trying to achieve a certain goal. And you'll meet periodically and they'll ask you, well, are you getting to where you go? What kind of help can I provide? Well, why don't you do this? They'll make suggestions. And you'll take their suggestion and they may say, so the next time we meet, you'll tell me how did that go for you? And so you'll become accountable to your mentor and you have the same relationship with a mentee. And finally, it's a place of emotional support. When you're feeling down or lost about something, you can go to people within this support network and kind of confide in them and look for support, look for strategies, look for methods that maybe you hadn't thought about, and they can help you achieve the goals that you're trying to achieve within this particular network. So that's the power of being, or I would say building a support network, but really we're talking about you joining a network. Anyway, I hope this was helpful. This is the last in a series of 5 things that you can do to develop discipline and persistence and trying to be successful and becoming an independent adult. As always, I have a free guide for you below this video. So feel free to download it and utilize it. I'm sure you'll find it helpful. And once again, check out my website, stewartpublishing.com, and good luck in your endeavors. And I will see you in the next video. Thank you very much.